Selena. It's a bad baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and prove.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillow.
It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You're gonna be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other. With the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
Love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana nana boo boo.
Hello. Let me cam up. It's been a minute since I cammed up. I have just really just been taking a break from camming up. I've really just been tired, but I'm glad to see you guys that came in the chat. Gary, CC, Naomi, Ben, Goten, thank you guys for coming through. This is Selena's Couch. So, every now and then I'll have people that want to come on my platform and, maybe talk about anything, any random topics. Hey, I'm open to it. I am open to it. I just finished with my final exam, for one of my classes. And so I am very relieved. I'm very excited that this semester of school is over. And I have 2 more weeks, and then it's going to be my Christmas vacation where I won't have to see no kids for 2 weeks. So I'm really excited about that. Hey, Commander, good to see you. Really excited about that. And so is my lighting okay? Yeah, so I'm really excited about this. So like I said, I was ripping and running. Hey, Orlando. Hey, CX. I was ripping and running today. Like I said, trying to finish my exam. And I did. I feel like I did pretty good. So it was a written exam. So so far, I have a 4.0. So I'm trying to keep it that way. So yeah, I'm really excited that it is over for this semester. I start back again. I think January the 21st is when I start back. Okay, it's good. Okay, I start back school. So, but I ain't worried about that. I'm just thankful that I am out. This was my last assignment doing that final exam. So yes, I am so excited. Oh, I have a guest that's going to be on my couch. Yes, thank you, CC. Hello, Brainwaves. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
It's you. I'm a guest on your couch, so that's going to make my evening to be able to sit down and talk to you about whatever it is that will take place. And congratulations also on your score, your tests, all of that. I know how challenging that is. Y'all have to understand, Selena's not just focusing solely on school. So she has school, she has work, she's got social media here, so many other things. So for what she just accomplished, that's something serious, y'all. And you have to put yourself in another person's shoes and think about what it takes, the sacrifice, the grind, the focus. And she's able to pull this off and still be here with you all and still be looking good and good spirits. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all gotta give it up for her, man. Come on, y'all. Give her a praise.
I really appreciate that, Brainwaves, because like I said, you out of everybody know that school is very difficult at times, especially when you're holding a full-time job. And at one point I had a part-time job. So just doing that, coming on here, being harassed and bullied, and then doing my content, trying to stay focused, not get, too crazy. It's a lot of work dealing with all of that. But listen, I'm a lot stronger than some people think I am. So I'm just thankful that, through the grace of God, He's given me the ability to, maintain myself in school. So I'm thankful for that. Mhm. So thank you for coming on Selena's couch. It has been a minute since you've been on my couch. Have you ever, wait a minute. Have you ever been on my couch? I know you've been over here plenty of times, but have you ever been on Selena's couch before?
You know what? I think maybe once.
Okay.
I think, but I we would have to go back and look, or maybe some of y'all in the chat could confirm that. I think I was on here one time, outside of the other times I was on your show.
Okay. Hey, hello, Mr. TY. Well, hey, this is Selena's couch where you can talk about anything you want to. So let's just kind of go with the flow. Okay. So now you just recently just got off your live. And you were talking about, tell us a little bit about what you were talking about.
Well, what I was actually talking about was I had waited yesterday. For those of you that don't know,
Mhm.
obviously California, more specifically Northern California, had a 7.0 earthquake, also followed by a 6.0 earthquake.
Right.
And so, generally, in my particular circle of content creators, I'm very well aware that there's a diverse group of content creators on the platform itself. And so, obviously, some people had covered the story.
Mhm.
But in my particular circle that I'm known in, usually you will find certain content creators cover stories like this. I mean, that was breaking news.
Mhm.
And I got on last night. I did a live stream around 10:30 or so, quarter to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh,
And
wow.
like nobody covered it except for me. So I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, this is breaking news. Outlets are putting
Mhm.
it out, all this, and no one's saying anything. Even when making matters worse, one content creator is in California and then cover it. So
Wow.
here we are today, and I got delayed with my live stream. Again, I was supposed to have done this maybe 4 hours ago with my live stream. So I just got finished with my live stream covering it. None of them
Mhm.
have spoken on it and covered it. And what I was essentially saying is that it's not just a matter of, oh, well, they didn't cover it. Outside of one of them being in California, if he's not hurt, if he's not injured, if he wasn't just out of power, if it's not because of a reason like that or something similar, there's no excuse for him not covering it. Because when it came to the hurricanes, it came through Florida, where I'm at here in Georgia, also North Carolina, a couple of other
Mhm.
situations with other states. They're like boom, 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 boom. They're on it, covering it, and they're saying
Right.
it's the judgment of God on those states.
Right.
So where's that same gumption? Where's that same drive? Where's that same, hey, let me report this right here and say it's the judgment of God? And obviously they can't really say it because those two content creators that I talked about are in cahoots with each other. And I mean, I know this because I've spoken like to with stuff behind the scenes. So I'm aware of a lot. It's not just me
Mhm.
saying it, I know. And if they were to talk about their story, it would actually
Mhm.
make them look wrong. So they're
Wow.
skipping over it or maybe trying to find some creative way to spin it at that. Again, if one of them that's in California is not hurt. So I just
Mhm.
like to bring awareness to that because you have people that wherever you live, wherever you are in the world, people might say, well, this is what's happening and
Right.
God is judging this area and why are you staying there? Maybe you're stupid for staying. Maybe you should leave. And
Mhm.
just a whole lot of confusion. And we know God is not the author of confusion. So I provide clarity with that, comfort and peace for people. You don't know. God could be telling people, hey, stay there, do this. They may be okay. Maybe they won't be okay. We don't know what they have to go through. You can't
Right.
question what a person will or will not go through. That's their walk. If you don't know them personally, you can't go there. So I just like to
Yeah, it's
bring
fine.
awareness,
Mhm.
to those things.
Yeah. I it that was very interesting. Actually, I need to check up. I have a lot of relatives in California and I really need to check on them. I just been letting so many other work and everything just get in the way. But I definitely need to do that tonight once I get off the phone. did anybody lose their life in the earthquake, or what were some of the incidents that happened in California? Did anybody lose their homes, or was it because I you said it was a 7.0
7.0
earthquake?
magnitude.
So that's a pretty large earthquake. Quick, I said quick. That's a pretty large earthquake. Is I said that earthquake?
Wait a minute, you might be on to something. An earthquake.
What?
No, I was, and I know it sounds like,
I think this got in the way.
hey, I don't know. I might have to
Earthquake.
follow up on that, Selena.
Hey,
It might be
BDD.
something to that.
Yeah,
Earthquake.
earthquake.
We're gonna call it an
Earthquake.
earthquake. Hey, let's call it an earthquake.
Earthquake. Like I said, I've been kind of just little sipping on this and kind of relaxing from that that challenging exam that I just did.
Yes.
So I'm a little tipsy. Not tipsy, but I'm just,
You
hey,
good. Yeah,
my
you good.
tongue is
Hey, we're on your couch, and this is
right.
how you supposed to be. You're at home, you good. Look, I don't want to hear nobody saying nothing about, oh, Selena this, Selena that. Like, y'all stop acting like y'all sitting at the pulpit preaching a sermon. Like, come on now. Um,
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you. What
I
was you saying?
believe it was two. Last time I checked, it was two people that lost their lives. It
Oh
actually
my.
was very few people
Hmm.
that lost their lives. It was something like 10 million people without power.
Oh my
Um,
god.
it was they're still assessing the total, like with the damage. I mean, obviously, stuff falling off of stores, homes,
Right.
streets cracked, broken,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like a catastrophic loss of life or a lot of injuries.
Mm.
So that's a good thing. And they were under a tsunami alert, but the type of earthquake that hit, the way
Hmm.
that the plates were moving, it wasn't the San Andreas fault. It was like kind of out in the ocean, and the
Hmm.
plates were moving in a horizontal fashion. So because they were
Mm.
moving horizontally, it it basically it didn't reshape the seafloor, so it didn't cause the water to actually buckle because
Mm.
it's almost like, I guess, just kind of shifting. Like, say, like if you have your
Wow.
hands in water and you kind of
Hmm.
move your hand like in a pool or something, and you go like this, the water's not really going to buckle. But if you had it like maybe going in like this, more like vertical in
Hmm.
that type of manner, then you would cause like a ripple, you'll cause some waves. So
Mm.
because the plates didn't actually shift in that manner, that's why they canceled the tsunami alert.
Okay. And people really need to people that are into science, they think everything is just science. Hey, Captain Wolf, they just think everything is just science. If it's not a method and a conclusion and all that. I remember in school when I used to have to do science projects, and you would have to have the method and the what was the other hypothesis and
Hypothesis, yeah.
and then you have to have the either the conclusion and all of that. If it's not, hey Shirley, if it's not based on just pure science and pure logic, people don't even see that the supernatural is even connected to the natural, because they're so used to it has to be proven. If it's not proven, if it doesn't have a logic, I don't want to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Forget faith. Faith is a fairy tale. So in some people's minds. But I think that with the earthquake, it is something. Did I say it right?
You did. You
Earthquake.
actually got it right.
Okay. Yeah, because I said earthquake. Well, I said no,
You said
earthquake.
earthquake. You said earthquake.
So
You gonna have me
with
saying that, watch.
so with it being an earthquake, and that is something scientific, that the reason why there was an earthquake because of the fault and all of that. So we know the logic of that. But there's also, I think, some significance in it, a spiritual standpoint too, because it's like this is all happening. I've never heard of a 7-point earthquake. Okay, in the United States. Have have there been any reports of any more 7.0 earthquakes, or is this something new?
This is new, especially for it's been a long time, even since California had
Mhm,
something that high. I think the last one, oh, when was it? Maybe a couple of years ago. I don't hold me to the specific time frame, y'all, because I didn't look it up. I'm just going off of memory. I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It was like a five or something like that, maybe a
mhm.
5.5, but like a seven or greater. It's been a while, like a long, probably I don't know, 20 to 40 years or something like that, maybe more.
Wow.
So this is significant, and the fact that it happened right at the end of the year, it tells me that things that I was saying that's to come in 2025 is
Mhm.
already like it's like buckle up. Go ahead and put your seatbelt on, go ahead and strap in. Be aware, get ready, or like when you go up the hill on a roller coaster, how they slow you before they drop you down.
Right.
So it's like get ready, here comes the drop.
Mhm.
Um, it's going
So, you give your predictions on 2025. Now, you are not a psychic.
correct.
So that's what I want to get straight. He is not a psychic, but you do know about some things spiritually. What would you say? I don't know if predictions would be the right word to say, but what would you say that you see coming in 2025? Like just with the world as a whole.
Oh wow. Um, what I see happening in 2025, and to add clarity, these are things that God has shared with me. The Most High has shared with me. Some of
Hmm.
us are known as leaders. Any like for example, and I'll make this real short. Like a teacher in the classroom,
Hmm.
they have to know the instruction that they're about to share with their students.
Right.
So they get information, they know things ahead of time before the class gets it. So
Hmm.
with my relationship with God, I get things, I know things, things are shown and shared with me before the general public gets it, which we share with the class, aka the general public.
Hmm.
So some of the things he showed me with 2025 is that there's going to be a lot of changes. And I mean a lot of changes.
Are they going to be so drastic that do you feel like the new world order? Hey, Slim. Hey, Angelo. Do you feel like the new world order is going to be taking place where um, the so-called antichrist will take place, or do you think that's going to be down the road from now?
It's going to be really close. How close do I say? If something like that doesn't take place, and we don't know exactly when, but
Hmm.
like you can feel it. It's just like a delivery. Oh, I think they said it'll be ready at what you call it. I placed the order. It's probably going to be ready in about an hour. Maybe it take 2 hours. Maybe it take
Right.
4 hours. Maybe it's done in
Hmm.
minutes. But you got a general idea. So I believe if something like that were not to take place next year, it would be probably like right up on us, like in 2026. And
Dang.
ironically, some people told me, like in the whole new age community and all of that, I'm not
Mhm.
involved in that community anymore, but people share things with me. And they were saying something about 2026. I don't know, some stuff like kind of like New World Order is what we would call it, but they're calling it some other things will probably be taking place then. So
Oh, wow.
we're not off. And with those changes, what I've been telling people, it started our presidential election here in the United States is to get people's attention that changes are to come. So whether you're
Mhm.
pro Trump or anti Trump, either way, changes are going to be taking place. But it's
Right.
not just on the political front, it's just to get our attention. Now we're having an earthquake situation. There's some other things that are taking place in the world and have taken place, like even in Korea. You had South Korea. They said we're sick and tired of it. They basically want their leader impeached. They've been just doing a January 6th here in the United States, a quote unquote insurrection. They came in, they went to the city hall, the Capitol. They took it over. It's like, look, y'all got to get this guy out of here. And sure enough,
What is
that's
his name? The
I
the little short that their leader.
I can't
What
remember. I gotta look it up. I
I
can't.
know I know how he look if I see him, but I can't think of his name. But he has been a very I'm not gonna well domineering kind of savage kind of leader to his people in South Korea. That's pretty interesting. So now they want to impeach him. That's
Yoon Suk Yul.
use okay.
Yeah.
What?
It's spelled Yoon. So
Okay.
that's Yoon, and then Suk. So Suk. I think it's more
Okay.
like Suk, and then Yul, Yeol.
So basically, so this is happening. They want him out. They're tired of him. And like you have just been a tyrant. Um, and so the other thing that I thought was very strange, the CEO that got killed in New York. So now they're questioning his wife. She's under suspicion for, I guess, his murder. But it was his former bodyguard that actually unalived him. Hey, Machine. Hey, Ryan. That unalived him. So that's pretty interesting because he was the CEO of what healthcare was that? I forgot. Wasn't Blue
United.
Cross Blue Shield? Huh?
Yeah,
United.
United, yes.
Okay. And did they say anything like what was the reasoning for the bodyguard doing that? Because when I saw the when he was on camera before he unalived him, he was smiling. So was there some money involved? Was there extramarital affair? I was trying to figure out what was going on with that.
It's, you know, I'm gonna say it like this. Generally speaking, and I'm
Mhm.
glad you actually brought up the particular scenario with the CEO at United Healthcare.
Mhm.
Generally, what happens is the people closest to you are often used to try to take you out.
Mhm.
And with that being said, it does not mean that the people close to you necessarily want to take you out. They're just almost like a gatekeeper because maybe they can't just
Mhm.
go directly to you. They'll use
Right.
somebody that's next in line or next closest to you to try to
Mhm.
do their work. And so um, now that we're talking about this, I mean, there's more details. I haven't actually covered the story. I've been following it. I'm
Right.
aware of it, but I haven't covered it. And I'm what I'm believing is that he was forced somehow, meaning like pressure. It's kind of like, man, I got to do this, or this is going to happen, so I have no choice but
What?
to go about doing the things that he did. And this is not the first time that people get put in those type of situations. As a matter of fact, I'm aware of certain things, even on a spiritual note, where you'll have people that care about folks. It could be their family members, friends, fellow content creators, but yet they are afraid of certain types of consequences. So it's like peer
Mm.
pressure and bullying. They're essentially being bullied because they're like, man, if I don't do this, this is going to happen to me. I
Right.
really don't want to do it to Jane Doe or John Doe, but I'm almost like looking around like I don't have much of a choice. And so
Right.
they engage in activity like that. And I believe that he was put in that self. And because if for him to be a bodyguard, and again, I got to remind people, my audience knows this. I work in public safety, so I work in law enforcement. I know how these people think, right? I deal with officers all day, every day. I deal
Mhm.
with people of all types of facets when it comes to that society, from military
Yeah.
people, whether they're active, whether they're former veterans. Well, I deal with all of that, so I understand how this works, and I understand how the mind operates. When you're a
Mhm.
bodyguard, when you have that mindset, unless he was initially hired and he was already like an enemy, like he was a higher enemy undercover, um, you don't. think like that. Like your mind, your actions, everything is protect, protect, protect. It's
Mhm.
just an automatic thing. So for him to be implicated, or it's looking like he's actually the suspect, something is I really believe he's forced to do it to
So
make
if
him look guilty.
but he was smiling in the picture. This is like something that he was like, he wanted to do. I don't know. I can't, and this is allegedly because we don't know, right?
Right.
Was he now I'm gonna ask you, was he captured by the police or is he still out free?
I've been getting some conflicting information,
Hmm.
and I want to follow up with that because I've gotten some that he is, but I
Wow.
don't want to confirm it
Okay.
officially. So
Okay.
unofficially, I will say that he is. I'm gonna say unofficially, but I can't confirm that. Um,
And it's it's really funny how the closest people to you are sometimes the ones that you least expect. So that was his former bodyguard. If maybe he was terminated, let go, and he was coming back for revenge. Who knows? Or like I said, with the wife being, under suspicion as well. There could be a lot of different scenarios with that. I watch too many true crime and too many crime movies and mysteries and some suspense movies. So I have so many different plots in my head that could have, transpired to the reason why he is not here anymore. But it's pretty funny. And this just goes to show how you have to be very careful. And like Mo3 said, everybody ain't your friend. Everybody is not your partner. There's some people that's out here that will smile in your face, pretend like, oh, bro, oh, sis, and they really don't like you like that. You know what I'm saying? They got some hidden agendas, some hidden jealousy there, or envy there. And so that's just amazing how a lot of stories end up that way. The people that are closest to you, that know your your routine, that know what you like, that know what you don't like. I always say the scariest people are the people that are frenemies. They
mhm.
pretend to be a friend, but they're really an enemy. Those are the most scariest people to ever run into. And we can go back to Jesus and Judas, or Caesar and was it Marcus, um
Anthony,
or what's his name, Marcus, the guy that unalived him. Hey, Brian.
yeah,
All of these people, and then you see all these different stories where you've had people that were close to people, and they uh unalive them, they betray them in some type of way. And some people think, it's just really scary out here. It's really scary out here in real life. You know what I'm saying? Even on YouTube land, you have to be very cautious of that. It takes me back to that interview that you did a couple of months ago, when you believed that someone, liked you, someone was a friend of you and wanted to work with you, just to find out this person didn't even like you. How common is that on YouTube? We know it's common in real life, but to me, is it more common on YouTube, or is it about the same in real life? Hey, Brian and Randy, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. So tell me, what do you think about that? Because I had a lot of phony people to come in my path. People that you thought were cool. People that you thought, oh, they're really a supporter of mine. They really seem true. They like they concern, but they're not. Why do you think people are like that? What do people gain from being like that? Or
well,
people don't know that they're jealous, or why? I don't know.
actually a combination. Well, some people don't realize that they have jealous tendencies. And that's only, I'm gonna say, like, that's a small piece of the pie. That's not like a big slice. I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
the small slice because they're blinded by what they want. So if they see someone that has what they want or is what they want, they that blinds them from what they're actually doing. Like they're doing jealous stuff and they don't realize it. Those people, I'm going to say they're more so on the, I don't want to say harmless, but I'll use the word harmless just for the sake of understanding. They don't really go that far
Mm-hmm.
because again they're so fixated on what they want. They only do so much, like they don't even, they don't devise plans, they don't really do stuff. It's just little stuff, like they do digs and little stabs, might take a little shot here or there, but it's nothing big because again they're just focused on what they want. It's not right, but it's more on a harmless end. Now
Mm-hmm.
some of the scenarios you were talking about with the examples you gave, I think it's an equal in terms of the numbers in real life versus social media. However,
Okay.
on social media, people have fake identities. They figure I can
Right.
be someone that I'm not really in real life. And so it gets exacerbated and amplified with the extent and how they go. And plus, they say, well, this is just the internet, so I can do anything. So they
Mm-hmm.
literally go all the way in one direction when they wouldn't necessarily do that in real life because we have real checks and balances in real life. You do certain things,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy to take certain courses of action and nip things in the bud, like on the job. If depending on what somebody do, you report it or you take action, boom, that's it. They done. Either they fall in line or they out of there.
Right.
Same thing in your community and in an environment in a group is usually easier unless the said group or the said job and they all jealous of us or an individual. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking of that, that level of jealousy is what it seems like individuals carry on social media. And I tell you, we really have to vet people in 2025.
You ain't
Um,
lying.
if somebody hasn't gone through the trenches, just like they say, people around you and everything's good when you party and you at the club, but go get
Mm-hmm.
locked up, lose your job, lose money, lose whatever you got. See if those people still gonna be around. See if people gonna care. See if they're gonna put some skin in the game. Make sacrifices to do whatever. If they're not willing to do that, put their money where their mouth is. We really have to reevaluate our relationships, and I talked about that a couple months
Mm-hmm.
ago. This is getting serious. The wheat is getting separated from the chaff. You talked about that on your show, like man, a
It was
time
about
ago.
a couple of months ago. Mhm.
Yeah.
It was about a couple of months ago because I really work hard. We all have fake tendencies where, we don't always say how we feel about things, or we deny things are there when it's there, or we act like we're not bothered, and we put on a good front. We all have our times and tendencies to be fake, a fake person, right? When you understand that and you see, okay, so let me learn to be a more genuine with really how I'm feeling and who I am. So now I've gotten to the point where I have to learn the difference between responding and reacting, right? So if I have somebody that calls me out, right, I have a tendency to react rather than just respond. Okay. And somebody, actually, the word had broke that down to me. He said, Selena, there's a difference between reacting to a situation and responding. So I'm having to turn off the reactive button because, see, it's been so many times to where I walked on eggshells because I didn't want to be more content for other people, right? To view how I felt about certain things. So I felt like I was responding, but I was actually reacting.
Mm,
So there is a time where you respond and there's a time when you don't. That's another thing I'm learning about on here. Another thing I learned, you know, is having empathy. and sympathy for people that I don't too much care for. That happened, recently. Instead of me saying something negative or ugly about a person, let me look on the other side of the matter. You know what I'm saying? And this, I'm learning to not always say how I feel, you know, but then when some things need to be said, say it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many things that I have learned on my time on here that I can apply actually to my real life. Um, I've always been a tough girl, strong girl, despite of what other people have thought on here, because I'm not hollering and screaming and cussing people and telling people to suck my, you know what. I've always been a person that has, once I believe in something or see it, I stand on something, I really stand on it. You know what I'm saying? When you come on here, there's a lot of things, if you're not careful, if you don't know who you are, it will make you question yourself. It will make you straddle the fence because you don't want to offend people. And I just realized not too long ago, that people are going to get offended anyway. You just have to make up in your mind what you're going to respond to and what you're not going to respond to, and you act accordingly. I mean, there's just so many things I've learned. I've also learned not to be so nice, as far as being open with people, like giving people your number and, um, talking with them on the phone. That's a no. I
Yes.
think it's okay to a certain extent, depending on who it is. But you can't do that to a lot of people, because even the people that seem to be cool, the next month or so, you don't know if you're still going to be cool or not.
That's
They
true.
could do something to piss you off, or they can get in their feelings. And, so it's like you just have to be careful all around. I think this is a year, everybody was saying 2024 is a year of exposure. Everywhere I turned on to, everybody was saying 2024 is the year of exposure. And I think 2025 will be the year where not only will things be exposed, but you can't deny what you're seeing. It's so many people that will see it, but they deny it. But things, I think, in this coming year will be so evident that you cannot deny it. This is what it is. And that's when I think people are just going to either they're really going to go to their faith, or they're just going to be like, you know what? I'm going to choose to ignore this, because I feel like God shows us what's going on.
Yes. Yes.
That's that sense in us that he gives us. Hey, Oliver. Hey, Miss V. That's that sense that he gives us, what they call a discernment,
Yes.
you know? And so when you choose to deny that, you're doing that on your own. This is what you want to ignore. Now I'm talking too much, but hey,
No,
Rollo.
no, you ain't. No, rock. Look, Selena, this is your couch, right? Whose couch is?
Yeah, but yeah, you were supposed to be talking. I don't know. I was just I
No,
wanted to say that though.
you batting 100. What am I? What do I? I mean, I obviously could chime in, but what I gotta say when somebody's saying it. I mean, hey, that's how it works around here. At least
Hmm.
in my opinion. You're absolutely right, Selena. It's That's essentially what I was gonna say. We have to reevaluate if the people that are in our lives. We need to look at people that are entering our lives. It's going to be a lot of change. Like 2025, everything is changing. This is gonna be the theme.
Hmm.
Everything is changing. It's not just a political front. That's a physical manifestation of all things spiritual. So that's just one iteration and one manifestation of the changes that's going to take place. So we're going to see things like Selena said, to where we can't deny it. It's going to be so obvious, so out there. either you choose to run with it anyway, or you choose to
Right.
say, you know what, I'm done with this, I'm done with those people, I'm moving this way, that way. And because things need to be in order and
Mm-hmm.
things need to move forward and take place, everything evolves.
Mm-hmm.
Everything grows, there's cycles to everything. And so when we've been stuck, nothing can change. And that's not how life operates. So because people have done things behind the scenes, even spiritually, they've done spells, they've manipulated circumstances, got people in wicked rulers in high places, like the scripture says. So they're
Right.
passing rules, laws, controlling resources, this and that, manipulating who thinks this, who gets that, and it keeps things from changing. Change is going to come through, I don't want to say violence, but through, it's going to be aggressive. It has to be a shaking up energy. And so that earthquake
Mm-hmm.
that took place in California, that's symbolic of shaking people up. It didn't necessarily unalive people, which is a good thing. Didn't cause, like, like mass death or anything like that, but it definitely got people's attention. And that's why I was talking the significance of certain people covering that story, because it's a significant spiritual story. And even you recognize that, Selena. Like, you peep game. So if you peep game, I know these brilliant people here in the live chat, I know they peeping game. Some of
Mm-hmm.
these people I know, some of them I recognize, some of them I've seen them. So I know they know what time it is, but it's
Yeah.
going to, like, have to shake us up. It's going to be that energy. So expect some intense energy this year in
Mm-hmm.
2025, where,
Oh my
whoa, I didn't expect this to change. And it's not all bad.
Mm-hmm.
You can be shaken up in a good way. Sometimes someone gets you to,
Look,
hey, guess what? You just came into some money, or guess what? This is yours. Or, look,
I need
look.
to be shaken up good. I need to be
Yes.
shaken up bad. I've been dealing with I was telling someone 2024 has been a hell of a year. It has been a hell of a year. I have went through a lot of I went through some transformations, but I went through a lot of situations to where I'm like, I can't. If one more thing happened, um, sometimes with these evil people on here, and you just like I said, you just never know who watches you. I'm like, is somebody putting a spell on me or something? And you really have to pray and cast those things down, because there is some evil people on here that be doing, like, some people be like, oh, that stuff ain't real, that witchcraft. That's very real. It's people that actually really believe in this stuff, and it's like, they try to get people that are trying to go on the right path, that have a calling on their life, that they can see that's going places, and they don't like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that. And I feel like sometimes on here, I monitor what I say. I'm real, but I monitor what I say, because you just never know who is watching, who is lurking. And I said there's a difference between supporters and watchers. Watchers are the people that watch you in the bushes so that they can know more things about you and use it for, ill intent, whether it's to use it for their content, whether it's to bring things up in your face, just how people will do content about you and put things in your face, or people that like to do things, in a more of a spiritual sense, as far as like I said, the witchcraft part. You don't know what these folks are doing, so you have to be very vigilant about your private life. I think, especially with protecting it. You can't be so open and transparent and be like, well, I'm doing this, I'm going here, me and my man are doing this. You can't do that
Mm-mm.
in this day and time. You just cannot do that. You don't know who is watching you. And sometimes it's some good people that are praying for you, and it's some bad people that are praying for you. Prey.
Prayer hating. That's the term that I
Yeah.
pray.
And the other prayer is Pray. The watchers, the people that are lurking, The people that are trying to get information from you are PREY. And there is a difference. So you have to be, as the Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it is the issues of life. And so basically, your heart, your privacy, everything about you, you should hold it as being sacred. And you have to be very careful on who you share it with. And every time, I'm telling you, every situation, every year that I live, I am really seeing more of that. It's people that I have, you befriend, and you try to pray for, you try to be a friend to, or be there for them, just to find out that that was not the right type of person for you. This person didn't have the good intentions, right? And you learn to move differently. I even do that with dating. I don't even tell a man everything about me. No,
Yeah.
I don't do that. Either you get to know me, but I'm not going to be out, well, hey, I feel this way, I want this. I'm not going to tell you all of that. I'm not going to tell you my lifelong battles. I don't know you like that. And that's just with a female. And I'm with them, I'm definitely not going to do that no more. Because a lot of the times, some of these females try to come off real nice, but they full of it, you know? So I think in general, hey, Gerald, men and women, you have to be very careful about others. You don't know who's for you and who's not. And test of time will prove who's really for you and who's not. That's how I see it. That's even with men. Like I told you, with men, I'm very cautious too on what I say. I'm very cautious on what, hey, Tilo, who I give my attention to, who you give your body to. You know what I'm saying? Because your body is sacred. Your body shouldn't be something like everybody has a free ride. Now you gonna have to work for mine. I don't just give out just because I'm horny or something.
Yeah, no, we can't do that. Not there was a time, like we could go years back, you
Mhm.
could kind of get away with some of that. It wasn't
Right.
to this level. So I mean, stuff has always been going on throughout time, but again, it was within a certain everything had like boundaries, had limits. It was some type of respect. Like, okay, this is as far as we would go with it. Now, people, it's no limits, like Selena was saying. There's no limits to let me get in her life and let me play her girlfriend so I can do this so that I can come up with some scenario. Like people are
Mhm.
crazy. They
They
crazy.
are. They are. They are nuts. And some of them, like I said, they try to act like they know God. They saying all them scriptures and inspirational BS. And I'm like, girl, you just as fake. So as my eyelashes, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what kind of world these people live in and think that they going to because we're all going to be judged, good, bad, we're all going to be judged.
Yes.
And how you live your life is going to really show up at the end.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to be a fake person. I don't want to be a person that pretends like I'm this type of person and I'm not. Like I just either it's me. This is me. Either you like it or you don't. Hell, that's your problem.
Exactly. Look, you missing out, not you.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't fool with them like that. So but yeah, I've learned a lot being on here. You told me a lot of things the last time that you were here. I think it was the last interview that I no, it wasn't the last one, because the last one we were talking about spiritual gifts and things
That's
like that. And see, these are the type of lives. Hey, daughter of Zion, these are the type of live streams that people do not want to see. They want to see going back and forth. They want to see people acting the fool on a panel that don't know how to act like adults. They want to see all of this, but they don't want to have like a communication where we can talk about a lot of other things that actually matter. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah.
And we need more of this. But you know the
Mhm.
sad thing about it, Selena, it's not it's not many of us. Like you would think that the majority of people think along the lines of what you just said. But what we actually see in practice, what they actually do is the exact opposite. You would think it would be a lot of people, okay, well, why don't they just do what they do? It doesn't mean they have to be on your panel or mine or anything like that, but just wherever they go, they could be doing the same thing, but like they don't really do it because most people this is one of the reasons why things have to get shaken up because things are not sustainable. It has to change. If it continues on this path, it, everything is just
Mhm.
going to end. So it's not
Right.
about money. New, I know people like, oh, the new world order is just an economic thing. That's
Right.
only one facet of society. People think so small minded. Like I'm a million miles down the road. That's all y'all thinking about is the money and resources. There's so many
Right.
other things that's going on, and I'm aware of that. I don't, and for the reasons that Selena said, I don't speak publicly. Now I share these things with the people that I know that have been vetted privately. Oh yeah, I'll give up the details, and if obviously if God leads me to share it with you all publicly, I'll share whatever. But we can't even go into full detail like Selena was saying. She doesn't tell people everything
Mm-mm.
she's thinking, everything's going on. I have so much wisdom. I share things with people. They tell me you should make a live or make a video, and I remind them,
No.
nope, it's not for the public. That's
Mm-mm.
private information.
Right. Everything is not meant to be, I would say, shared, because you have to realize everybody just not wanting what you have to give. you know, and then some people use it for I would say an advantage for them and a disadvantage for you. You
Yes.
know, I've been so careful now. I don't even want to get to know any more content creators behind the scenes. I don't want to know too many people from YouTube or any other social media platform. I want to keep my space sacred and private. Too many eyes on your life is not good because you don't know who is who.
Yes.
And sometimes it's always the ones that's closest to you. They pretend like, oh, and they have your number. I do not want to entertain any of that anymore. I have gotten so to the point now, brainwaves, and I don't know if you've seen my other couple of lives that I've done where I'm so sick of these people. Like in real life, I have not experienced as much drama as I've had on this app. These people are nuts. They have no life. Their life is YouTube. They follow you, whatever you say. They try to make sure, oh, let's see if she does it. People are just too weird on this app, man. They're too weird and too invested in what people got going on. You know what I'm saying? I can see if I met certain people in real life, but when you haven't met people in real life, it feels like it's a creepy kind of thing where people can make all these judgments on you, watch you in chats and screenshot what you say. Like that is just creepy to me. It's like you can't really fully be free and be yourself because you're like, I don't know. These people are taking screenshots, taking it back and talking, it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? So, um, hey, was it
That's
Vana? How are you? Thank you for coming through. Vana B. Thank you, Delightful. I appreciate you.
appreciate that. Delightful.
Yeah, these people are weird and you just don't know. You said you have to screen. yourself, because people will use you. Oh, for real.
Extreme.
They
Yes, ma'am.
will. They will definitely use you for content. I've been used for content, and I did it to myself because I bit
It's
the
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 apple.
the I'm not gonna say apple, but I bit the forbidden fruit
Yeah.
of revenge and wanting to get back and get my get back. You know what I'm saying? Tell it like it is. But some of these people, there's not, I don't care how many words you tell that's the truth. It's like falling on deaf ears because they are blind and deaf already.
Yes.
So you screaming and hollering and cussing them out is going to do absolutely nothing. It may make you feel good afterwards. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It makes me feel really great. But then I feel bad because I know that wasn't what I was supposed to be doing, right? So I have conviction. So then I have to go ask for forgiveness. So then I have to go try not to do it again and keep repeating the same behavior and keep falling into the same trap, right? But I'm telling you, these people are nuts. They are absolutely nuts on here. Um, People that don't even know you critique your from your lace front to your gums to your body to your feet, and you're like, what is going on here? I've never seen so many weird people in one place. Usually in real life they're spaced out.
Right. 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 You're right.
So yeah, there's some weirdos out here, man. I don't know, but I've definitely thought about everything that I'm gonna say, even if I'm a little tipsy. Once I drink my wine, I'm still always thinking because I'm a thinker. And I know I'm like, okay, yeah, don't say that, don't do that, don't say that, don't do that. Because you just don't know how many of those weirdos are watching to make your stuff content.
Yes.
Like people are just really strange.
Well, you said it. They don't. These people have no life.
Hmm.
Their life is YouTube or whatever social media platform. Selena has mentioned this many a time. She said this in the past. I know you all that follow her and watch her, you've seen this, you heard her say this. It's like, hey, I didn't do a video now. I was out doing this, I was enjoying life, I was spending some time
Right.
outside. And that's what I do when y'all don't see me on. Besides the fact that
Exactly.
I'm grinding around the car, I always got phone calls. I got people to
Right.
talk to, stuff to do. I always have things
Oh
to
my
do.
gosh.
So, like, they have no life. And it, like you said, Selena, it seems like they're always available. Like the moment, say you come on here and like, oops, I shouldn't have said that, or oops, I shouldn't have done that.
They're
They'll
there.
go
They're
take it.
screen recording it in the bushes. They're screen recording
Exactly.
it so that they can do content and they use it up under fair use with their
Yep.
weird ass. Excuse me, but I'm just being truthful. They
That's
are
what they
weird.
are.
So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna still be myself, but at the same time, I'm definitely going to understand that everything that I do is going to be noted. So I have to dot my I's, cross my T's, right? And make sure whatever I say, I meant to say it, right? Because
Absolutely.
there's some things I meant to say and I'm going to say it. I'm not always, which I should be, controlled by the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, you know, I grieve it, but sometimes I do get in my way and I say what I want. I say what I want to say.
Right.
Like,
You get this work sometimes.
yeah,
I
like
mean,
in real life, like so I have to really reel it in sometimes, but I think I do pretty decent considering, because most content creators that I've seen on here, they just go live it. They have no boundaries. They just go in on people's dead loved ones, mama, daddy, doxing kids, doxing loved ones. You're like, where is there any boundaries here? Are you just gonna just go beyond the boundaries and forget about anything else? You don't care if you're affecting someone. You don't care if what you're doing is going to come back on you and affect your kids. See, most of the time people don't realize that You reap what you sow. So you might not get it, but your kids might get it, or
Yes.
your grandkids might get it. So you definitely have to be very watchful of what you do to other people, you know.
That's it. You just said it. That's it generally hits other people around you. It doesn't see people think they get away with things because well, nothing's happened to me. I'm good, this and that, but to the
Hmm.
people around them. So what I want you all to pay attention to is look at what's taking place with people around them. When people
Hmm.
speak to me, I'll share this because it's not giving any actual details, but generally speaking, when people are like, "Hey, what's going on? How you doing?" Like, it's not just me doing good, quote unquote, but people around me are also doing good. There's no crazy situation going on, and obviously life ebbs and flows. So you have some up moments and some down moments, but for the most part, pay attention to what's going on with people around. If you find out one person, no matter how they present themselves to you, you like, wait a minute, it seems like everybody around them going through something. And it's not like just normal life stuff. Like they're going through something. Y'all might want to take a note and maybe fall back a little bit from that person because it could be something that they're doing, they have
Right,
done that you don't know, that they don't share their side with you. Maybe they
right.
do, maybe you do know what they're doing, but these are the things that Selena just got finished talking about. We got to reevaluate everything. Like that's what jobs do. Jobs say, "Give me your references. I want to call here. I want to check with this." They want to really check
Hmm.
you out. They look at your social media. They look at all of this stuff before they're going to hire you. They're not just going to like, "Oh, you're qualified. You're hired." No,
Hmm.
they're gonna vet you. They're gonna interview you two, three, four times and make sure everybody's getting the same thing. They see what you're saying, they check out. I mean, and I know because I've been in the hiring and firing business in corporate America as well as like with my own businesses. So I know how this works. We ain't gonna hire you unless you check out.
Right. And that makes that makes so much sense, you know. Like I said, but I've just been experiencing so much, and you know it. I really appreciate you. I'm going to end this live. I really appreciate you for coming through. I'm gonna relax. I may get on somebody else's live or whatever, but I just kind of want to relax. But I really wanted to talk about this today. I really want to have Selena's couch. Uh, I kind of wish we had more interaction with somebody else, but that it was somebody else I had told about this, but anyway, they didn't get to make it. And but I really am thankful that you came up there to give me some support today, because that's what brothers do, big brothers do, and I always say, and this is really strange because I don't really, I've been learning to kind of distance myself from a lot of people. So, and I'll block you like in a minute. I don't even care. I don't even think about, sometimes if I feel like my peace, or I feel like a person is fake, or they just don't have my good interest in mind, I'll block you, or I'll just move around. I distance myself from you. But to me, you have been like and this is so strange because we're on YouTube, but you've always been like a big brother kind of role to me. You never were weird. You never were inappropriate. You've always been a gentleman, and you've always been a person that seemed like you were very concerned about me and what was going on with me. And I can't say nothing but thank you, because very rarely do I meet sincere people that don't have any ulterior motives, that don't switch on you like the weather, especially on here. Like I told you, I can't call people more weird and more crazy enough. Okay. But when I do meet people that are actually really sincere and you're consistent, how you know if you're dealing with a real person is their consistency.
Yes.
If they're flaky, and they do some weird stuff around you and you wondering, why did you do that? That is a person you might need to reconsider that that's not your friend.
Yes.
So that's not your sis, that's not your bro. And that goes with anybody. But one thing I can say about you is your consistency. And you are those people, one of those people behind the scenes. I don't trust anybody. Let me just say this: I don't fully trust anyone.
Right, right,
We're not supposed to.
right.
I trust certain people with who they are, what they've shown me, their consistency. So I trust you to an extent as a human because you have been consistent. You have been proven to be a loyal or proven to be consistent and real from what I can see. But I don't think anybody should put your full trust in any human.
Well, the scripture says that, Selena.
You don't put trust in no man. You only put trust in God. But like I'm saying, but you can't go around the world, you're dealing with folks in relationships and just not trust not trust people to an extent, if that
Right,
makes
right.
sense. Otherwise, you can't get married, you can't have relationships, you can't have friendships. You got to go by behavior and the consistency of that behavior.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see that there's some breaks in that consistency, when you see people doing odd things and you ask into you saying to yourself, why would that person do that? What would make you do that? Then you are dealing with someone that you need to be very cautious of, because snakes, for the most part, they are who they are. So don't be surprised when they bite you. Most snakes are very beautiful. They're very colorful. You know what I'm saying? They're very sly. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't want to be a snake, and I'm tired of dealing with snakes. Hey, Nene, thank you for coming through. So I just really appreciate you coming up and hanging out with your girl, your sis. I appreciate you so much.
Absolutely. And the feeling's mutual, Selena.
Mhm.
On my end, it's the same thing. I've been around so many groups of people from the entertainment industry, corporate, oh my gosh, like everywhere. So
Mhm.
it's the same thing with me. I get tired of, like you said, having to walk around on eggshells where you can't say this,
Right.
can't go
Right.
there, you can't breathe. You gotta just pay attention because if you look the wrong way, they're gonna take it and do that. So, I mean, to have that level of comfort, like you said, to be able to sit down on your couch and just be able to kick back and chill, and not have to watch my back with you. At least we know we
Mhm.
gotta watch it with the people watching, but at least with you, that that
Yeah.
that that's a breath of fresh air, and I truly value that. I appreciate that, and let me let y'all know who you dealing with, because I value, and I'm aware of what I'm saying, and I'm saying this on purpose. Try me if
Mhm.
you want. Try me, cause I got hands. But
Yeah, try
try me.
Jesus. Don't try me.
Don't try me. I
Yeah.
defend people. I defend connections, relationships that have been proven to be like what you said, Selena. So if y'all want to try spiritually, mentally, physically, I'm putting y'all on blast. I ain't the one. I will call you out. I will expose you. I know about people spiritually. I know what goes on behind the scenes. I got eyes, I got ears, I got the most high everywhere. I'm that OG out there. I want everybody to hear that and know. So I ain't the one. So you leave me alone, you're gonna get left alone. But if you want to go there and try to mess up this relationship or other relationships that I got, especially like here with my sis and all of that, y'all don't want no smoke with me. And I'm aware of what I said. And don't
Mhm.
find out the hard way, because everybody that tries, they find out the hard way. So
Yeah, he's so weirdos. But like I said, it's all good. It's all good. You know
yes,
what
it
I'm
is.
saying? I'm very, and I'm gonna have to get you to come back. You know, well, I might go ahead and do this right now while we here. TD Jakes. For some people, they love them some TD Jakes. I'm from Dallas, so
Yes.
TD Jakes is very popular. It's a lot of his church members be on these different platforms. I want to know, do you feel like TD Jakes, I know you call them TD Snakes, do you feel like he is a down low brother? Like, I want to know your opinion about that. I'm just curious. What do you
Absolutely.
think about?
Absolutely. And let me tell you one of the reasons why. I used to work in a mega church,
Yes, I remember you telling me that.
like employed. I want y'all to understand for years, employed, like paycheck employed.
Hmm.
So besides being involved in ministry, I worked there. And with
Hmm.
me being in that particular industry, we'll call it that, I was around a lot of people, famous, not famous. I seen a lot, I met a lot, I know what goes on behind the scenes. And I was also a member of a lot of churches. Uh, there's a lot that I've personally witnessed, as well
Mm,
as heard from people that I trust, that also may be involved with certain ministries, like maybe they're in another state, and I know, their word is trustworthy, et cetera, et cetera. We be talking about
right.
stuff, we seen stuff. He has all the attributes, and unfortunately, a great number of people that are in his position are involved in things that doesn't bring glory to God. Um, it's a big front, a big facade. It's one of the reasons why churches as a whole, especially in the Christian community,
Are not
allow
effective.
people
Hmm.
in the alternative lifestyle. They allow them to lead and be here. And I know we don't, in terms of judging a person individually, that's a whole nother conversation, but it's the reason why so much is going on. And with his association with other people, especially the just the Diddy association alone, but not just
You,
him.
that guy was wild. It's like you can't get more creepier than that.
Yes.
I mean, it's just like baby was it wasn't baby
Baby.
oil, was it some type of lubricant?
No, it was so
Yeah,
inside of baby oil,
okay.
was it GC? I can't remember what it is, y'all.
The
It's
date rape drug,
drug,
right?
right?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
like they can't, so it's basically tasteless and odorless. So what was happening was Diddy was like mixing it into drinks. And at parties like that, he's like, yeah, let me get this drink. Or maybe they'll ask you, what do you want to drink? They give you your favorite drink or drinks, guy or gal or guy, it doesn't matter. So they have the drinks, they can't taste it, can't smell it. And so by the time they actually realize what's going on, it's already working on them to the point where they're about to pass out.
And
So
that's why so he probably did some tape, they said there was a lot of videotapes and stuff. So he probably recorded these people, like men and women that maybe he had intercourse with, or not intercourse, but I would say in some cases rape,
yeah.
right? And then use it to blackmail them, more than likely, to
Yes.
get whatever he. I mean, the guy was really sick, and me and another one of my guests, Tyron, we were talking about the supposedly, allegedly, the book that his former girlfriend Kim Porter wrote,
Yes.
or she had some of, I guess, I don't know if she either recorded it or somebody recorded it and wrote the book. I don't know. But they're saying that the children are saying the book is fake. But I'm like, you really don't know that either. You weren't even born, you know. And so I believe a lot of those accounts of Diddy, and why any man that, and this is just my opinion. Now we supposed to, if you're a believer, you're supposed to reach the lost. I got it. But why would you go to the parties? You're not reaching the lost going to the parties.
You're not.
These orgy parties. What you gonna tell? Jesus loves you, and you sitting up there seeing people have orgies, and that doesn't even make sense. And if anybody tells me anything different, I'm gonna say you're nuts. I don't understand it. So
Exactly.
I think, you know, I'm not saying that he is what I don't, to be honest with you, that's between him and the good Lord. I don't care at the end of the day. But what I do care about is he has to realize he has other people's souls in his hand.
Yes.
Because how a supposedly man, supposedly woman of God, you know, we're not perfect, but to just be blatantly out there just doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? And just not taking accountability for it. You're ruining people where, you know, it's like they don't even believe in a God after they finish dealing with you. I think that's just really a sad thing.
It's
You know.
actually very common, Selena. That's what's troubling and disturbing to me. Being aware of this.
Okay, Hassan. Excuse
There we
me.
go.
Okay, hey, okay. I don't
What's
want
up,
nobody
Hassan?
palm warming me. Okay.
No, no. What up, Selena? How you doing?
Hey, how
Brian?
you? Good to see
Good.
you.
How are
Thank
you?
you for coming up.
Good to see
Okay,
you.
now what was you saying then? I'll go to Hassan. What were you saying?
I was just saying that unfortunately,
Hmm.
and that's one of the things that just sometimes it messes with me. It's so common.
Hmm.
It's not just TDJs.
No,
Little people, big people, it's so common in the
very.
leadership that it's not just any particular religion. I'm talking about religions,
It's
like plural.
everything. Everybody's crazy. They wilding. You know, they're like, oh my God. It's really
Yes,
crazy. You
yes,
know, the one of the most disciplined ones that I've seen has been Muslims.
yes.
Muslims are so disciplined, like from what I've seen. But even some of them I've met, I'm like, oh wow. You know, so that goes to say no religion and no people are definitely not perfect. So we all have some things that we like, oh, I can't believe they did that or said that or, you know, are caught doing that. So, but yeah, it is what it is. But I believe that people just need to be real with themselves. If you are a certain thing, if you love the same gender or whatever you got going on, just be truthful with people. Most of all, be truthful with yourself. Okay. And with I'm gonna go to this, and I'm gonna go back to Hassan with the deaths of a lot of transgender women. Some of them, it is not right that these people are getting murdered, but at the same time, you have to tell people the truth about how you were born. No matter how you feel, you have to tell people and give them the right to choose if that's what they want. That's only right. Okay.
Agreed.
So, hey Hassan, thank you for joining me today.
Hey, how you doing, Selena? Salute to everybody. Brian, brain.
Yes.
Salute, salute.
Brainwaves. Yeah, you got it right, Hassan.
Brainwave. No, but you
What,
all. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
go ahead. What would you like to join? What would you like to say?
No, you are right about people going crazy now these days. It's not. You don't have to put color on it. It's white, brown, black, Asian.
Right.
Right.
Every culture has its crazy people. Every
Right.
culture has its evil and good. Now, but here's the difference in Asia, in the Middle East, and Africa. We deal with it differently. You start act.
Hmm.
I'm not saying people don't act up. They act up, but if they act up, there's people will shut you down like that.
Right.
Right.
Not like in
Right.
America. America is different. You can do whatever. Be disrespectful. Worship the rock. Worship the devil. Worship whatever. Just pay your taxes. You're good.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Right.
But yeah, like people need to understand we're all humans. We all have that desire. I want to be evil. I want to talk smack about Selena. I want to attack Brain. I want to backstab. I want to rob you. We all have that. Or I want to be humble. I want to be grateful. I want to give
Hmm.
you. You know, every culture, every tribe have the best of both worlds.
Right.
It doesn't mean it doesn't happen over there. It does, and it's worse. But the consequences is 10 times worse than over here. Because over here, I can rob you, go to jail, whatever, come out and do it again. Over there, you rob somebody, kiss that hand goodbye, especially your right hand. Now, when you go rob people, oh, I need this hand. I can't rob. and people see. That's why they do it in the public.
Mm-hmm.
So people, if you're robbed, this is your future. This is what's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen to you. It's not just Muslim. It's Africa, Asia, even South America. That's what
Right.
these countries, we can relate to one another. Even I will go far as Eastern Europe, not Western Europe, but Eastern Europe, because
Hmm.
we're some closer to religion, culture, history, even Western Europe, but not the culture wise, but the history. We all that part of the world was so like close to each other, and we understand one another. Our history
Right.
goes together in a way. Religion, art, whatever you can think of, invasion. So there's no such thing as a perfect world.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not going to.
yeah,
How
we're
did you
all.
come to this sector, Hassan?
Oh, I found Duke, and that's how I found you.
Oh, okay. Because I was trying to figure out how do I know you. That's what I was trying to figure out. Okay.
Well, yeah. I'll be in the chat all the time.
Yeah, because I was like, I was trying to figure out where you came from, and so you came from Duke, and then I see you in other chats in this like this little sector.
Well,
And huh?
no, because okay, I'm subscribed to 1,500. I don't know what sector I'm in. I just go in the chat, say hello, say salute, listen in, and bounce. Some people seen my face. I be in panels and stuff. You know.
Okay.
So your sector, I don't know what your sector is, to be
I don't.
honest.
I'm by myself, but
Okay.
but I used to and I still do where it's called the I guess Kwame Brown sector, right? Where they have a lot of content creators that stem from the Kwame Brown sector. So that's where I was like, I thought I seen you, and I thought I seen you in EJ's chat. Were you in EJ's chat too?
Yeah, Brody. Yeah.
Yeah.
On this panel, I come from well, my original sector is called the Space and the Manosphere. Have you heard of them?
Oh, okay. Yes.
The
Yeah. I kind of
Manosphere.
the Manosphere slash Space Fight Club era. That's
Oh, okay. So you is that like the red pill?
yeah, red pill, blue pill, relationship talking points in that area.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you are, I'm assuming you come from an Arabic background or
yeah,
okay, okay. So your culture is, are you a Muslim or what? Okay.
yeah. I'm a Muslim. Yeah,
Okay, so your religion is a lot different. Like I said, to me, my opinion from watching some of them, y'all are very structured.
yeah.
Like there's a certain time to pray. Y'all uphold, is it called the Ramadan? Is that
Ramadan. Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah.
You believe that women, should be covered and from their head down. So you guys have a very structured religion, and I say I haven't seen a lot of Muslims that are not disciplined. I haven't, not a lot, but I have seen some that I'm like, are you for real? Because but most of you guys are very structured in your belief system.
True. Yeah, it is true. But again, we're all humans, right?
Right.
Like I said earlier, we want if somebody wants that desire, either they do it publicly or they do it behind closed doors. That's
Mhm.
on you. If you want, if you're that type of person, I can care less. I'm just going out there and do all right. But again, what it comes down to is those people. Again, they can say they're Muslim, but they are really Muslim, right?
Mm.
It comes from the heart. It's your action. A Muslim is not just.
Right.
It's not oh I'm a Muslim. No, it's your action, how you present yourself. And again, in the 20 well now people when same thing people go to church or whatever they trying to show off to people. Oh, I mean, look at my new watch, look at my new car. It's like showing
Yeah.
off. It's not about worship or nothing. So in America, what I realize in a lot of everything's a joke. Everything gets disrespected. Men, women, elderly,
Hmm.
religion, holy books.
Yeah.
So over here is more normal. That's why when the Asians the middle, even South Americans and East, when they come in, then they get disrespected. Like, whoa, that's why they get freeze, like they get frustrated. They want to punch you because they're not used to that, especially the elders. Like, wait, because where I come from, if an elder yells at you, man or woman, you're supposed to be respectful. Yes,
Right.
Right.
over here, you knock them the hell out. Well, nowadays,
Right.
right? Or you scream back at him like, "Wait a minute, what are you doing?" And there's no, I mean, you can go to jail if they catch him, but there's no really consequence unless his grandson come and find you and beat you up. Over there, even a stranger will stop you. Whoa,
Right.
now you messed up. You know, that's the problem. America is more disrespectful, and they don't
They're
know nothing
very.
about. Yeah, and they don't know nothing about the outside world. That what makes it work. I'm not saying all, but the majority don't know nothing. Like they don't know what the hell's going on. They don't understand other countries' code. If you ever travel, please learn the culture. You go to
Okay.
Asia, you go, whatever, and make sure you take the right people with you. You don't want to take a crazy cousin or friend who's gonna mess you up. Because if you
You're
go to the
right.
wrong
Have you in
country,
jail.
yeah, you start no jail. That's a blessing. Worst thing can happen. Depends on what country or what part of the world you're going to.
That's true.
Because if
Right.
your friend acts up or your cousin, you're going down with them. Like, wait
Let
a
me ask
minute.
you this question. What can you tell me your I know you said you have your background, but what country are you from or
Oh,
your family?
I'm from Iraq.
Iran?
He's a
No,
rock.
Iraq. Yeah,
Iraq. Okay. So you're from Iraq. Okay. So, and I want you to be really honest with me. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Be with you being from Iraq, okay? How do they see Black Americans?
Oh
Honestly.
no, I mean they understand the history. That's what I'm trying to say. Like we're not dummies. You brought from Africa. You were slave. The Civil War. They know the white man playing a trickery game and what they put on the you know why? Because they do it to us 24/7. We see because the Arabs, the Muslims, the Asians that come here, now we get to see both of the sides of the world. We see what's reporting over here and when they reporting over there.
Mm.
Over
Okay.
here is not matching. Over there, they're at least being honest about it. You know, like Fox News, CNN. We
Right.
understand. Like, okay, you're not tricking me now. We get it. And then when the war happened over there, we're talking to our cousins and uncle. Hey, did this happen? They look like, well, what happened? Fox News said this. They're telling a different story.
So they just lying.
95% lies. And we understand that. America is a business, sadly to say. America, I'm a U.S. citizen. When I speak to my fellow American that never left the country, you got to treat this as a business, whether you like it or not. If you don't
Mhm.
treat this like a business, you're going to be left behind because America is all about me, the hell with everybody.
Right.
Asia, Africa, the Middle East, and South America, no, it's about we, the community, the family, the tribe, the town, the city, the island, whatever, or the whatever you live at, right? Over here is about me, the hell with everybody else. That's from the top to the bottom.
It's
So,
crazy. But it's
so when
true.
so if you leave America, they're not gonna call you African American. They're gonna call you no American. You're an American. Only in
Mm.
America they call you
Mm.
African American. Because when you
Okay.
go,
That's
yeah,
right. That's right.
So when you said that you were also in the manosphere. So when you see women, do you see them as lower than you, or do you see them on the same level, or what? How do you see women?
well, they're human beings. I mean, look, like, and people in that area they hate me when I say this.
Mhm.
When you're in a relationship, there is no perfect relationship. Every woman is gonna test her man. If you say you're the man, she's gonna test you to see if you're about it.
Right.
If you're not about it, and the woman disrespects you, is downhill from there. Because the
Right.
man, because Think about it like this, Selena. When you say your man, right, you want to look and like, oh my god, right? But when you say your man, and you look, this guy's a sissy bitch. Excuse my language. You don't want to think that. You don't want to think that. You want to look at him like he's my man. Now it goes
Right.
back to the man, not to the woman. I don't blame the woman. If because the woman will test you if she sees something like sissiness or like you're not what you say, you're done for. Now,
Okay.
some women, to be fair, if you have money, they'll tolerate the money. Okay, let me get something out of it, and then I'll break up with him or cheat on him. If you don't have
Right.
nothing, she will break up with you, and they don't like hearing that. I say, hey, that's true. The man has to keep his respect. Women love the man because women want a man that they respect. If she doesn't respect you, it's done. And the woman needs to make sure the man loves her. Then you guys have a healthy. Then everything comes, with respect and so. But the man needs to keep his respect.
Mm-hmm.
It
Do
is what
you do you date women from your country or your culture, or you date other other cult women, that are of
well,
another culture?
well, for me, see, a Muslim, they're everywhere now. There's Black, African, Asian,
Hmm.
Mexican.
Right.
So I don't have to worry about that. As long as you're Muslim, I'm good. And or you got to be from the Abrahamic religion, meaning Christian or Jew, because they come from that
Oh,
lineage.
okay.
Yes.
So as long as they're from the Abrahamic religion, then I should be good in there.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, because you're considered, your forefather was Ishmael.
No,
Or
Abraham. From the
yes,
Abraham.
Abraham, but out of the two sons, you are Ishmael,
I
right?
guess. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but
Okay.
that's because the way we look at it as Muslims, they're all prophets from Muhammad to Adam and Eve, even Jesus. We don't put one above the other. They're all equal.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah. The
so
Muslim.
that's the kind of difference that we believe in. Well, I believe in. Just speaking for myself. But okay. You know what? I'm gonna have to have you up
Yeah,
again,
the I gotta
Hassan.
come back. You gotta come back, Hassan.
Yeah, because hey, Nafai, I want to ask you some more questions about being a Muslim, coming from the background that you come from. People are very prejudiced, also, from people that look like you. Not just it used to, it's
Yeah,
not just black people. Sometimes, especially with the thing that happened 9/11. Anybody that was, Iranian or or our, Iraq, people were like, is that a terrorist? So you guys went through a lot of prejudice things as well. And so I would love to get your insight on that one day when I see you in the chat on another Selena's couch. I would love for you to come back, Hassan. Would you be open to that?
no, no.
Oh, you're
I'll
you
be
on
I'll be
mute.
happy to come up. Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Can you
Yeah,
hear
you
me?
It's
were on
good.
mute at
My
first.
bad. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, my bad. My internet's kind of. But yeah, I'd be happy to come back.
Right.
I've been here 15 minutes. And it's been fun.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you
I'd be.
so much. I really, like I said, I really enjoyed you guys. My brother Brainwaves, shout out to him, and Hassan. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for blessing me. Again, this is another Selena's couch. So I like to talk about different things. This is where we talk about random topics. Go ahead, Hassan.
My bad. Before we leave, my bad.
Mhm.
I got two channels I want you guys to check out. Maybe you guys seem want to learn, but one of them, I'm gonna put in a private chat in a second. One of them, they do panels. If you guys decide to hit the panel, but they don't do like multiple people. He does one at a time. So if you
Mhm.
hit the stream and you say why he's not bringing me up yet, he just brings up one at a time. So he goes live Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at noon.
Mm.
That's London time, 12 p.m. But yeah, hopefully you guys checking them out, and then
Oh, put them in the chat, Hassan. You can put them in the chat.
yeah, I'll put it in a private chat right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, get those for me, brainwaves.
Absolutely.
I, I'm halfway sleepy and halfway tipsy a little bit, so you could just take that for me. Okay, the Muslim lantern.
So
Okay,
yeah, he's the one who does panel. Well, not panels, but like
okay.
one person at
I'm
a
gonna.
time. The other video, there's no panels, but for education.
Okay,
Nice.
let's see if I can. I wish there was a way that I can copy this. Let me see. I really appreciate you so much for coming up. Let me see if I can copy the link. See if I can put it in the chat. Put it in the comments. Can you do that for me,
Oh,
Brainwaves, if this
put it
doesn't
in
work?
there.
Because you're a
Yeah,
mod, I think.
I can.
Rollo, if he's still here.
I could do it if it doesn't work, just let me know.
Yeah, I don't think this one works because hey, XX Mike, thank you for coming through. Yeah, I don't think it worked. I put it in the chat, but it's oh yeah, it did work. Yeah, it worked.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
there.
got so if you're this is for if you like have like questions about being a Muslim or what he just talks to different people about their religion or what does he talk about?
Well, the first one, he doesn't bring Muslim on, like, but on Saturday and Friday, he brings non-Muslims, atheist, double worshiper, Catholic, Christian, whatever you are. So that way, and if you just watch the show, and if the conversation's going good, he might keep you up for 30 or 40 minutes. Depends. If you're
Oh, okay.
trolling and going up, kick you off. Yeah,
All
yeah. So you
right.
want, yeah, yeah. And the other two,
Okay.
there's no panels and stuff. It's just for more understanding and more education purposes. The other two channels. If you
Nice.
want to put it like
Okay.
that.
I'll subscribe to his channel because even though my beliefs are differently, it's always good to know about different people's belief systems, and so that you can know what you're talking about. A lot of people have opinions on stuff, but they don't even know what they're talking about. They just
Yeah.
they don't they have no idea.
Oh, what is your belief? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, so I don't use the Christian thing, like because people use that like drinking water. But
No.
I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, and I believe that He is the Savior. I believe that Jesus is God. That is my belief system.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. We believe in Jesus too, but not as the way you put it, as a
Yes, you believe
messenger.
Him as a prophet, just a
Yeah, yeah,
prophet. hmm
yeah, yeah.
So
So
I understand that because, like I said, I read some things and I've talked to some Muslims and asked them different questions. I'm one of those people. I stand on my beliefs, but there's nothing wrong with knowing about somebody else's, right? At
yeah,
the end of the day, that's not going to make me change mine, but
yeah,
it's not going to make me disrespect yours either. See, the problem that I have with some people is it's okay not to believe what I believe, just don't be disrespectful about it. Just like I'm not disrespectful about people that have alternative lifestyles. I didn't write the Bible, right? So I can only tell you what the Bible says. I am not going to tell you anything else more than what was in the Bible. Now, you choose to do what you want to do, that's on you. But to be honest with you, all of us are going to have to stand before God, the judge. So
yeah,
all that, what you think and all that is going to be a hell of beans because what he's going to be looking at to me is your heart, your intentions. That's how he judges things. He's a righteous judge. So all that other stuff, what we argue about and what's right and what's wrong, you know, it's going to be proven, what is right and wrong when we are judged. So, like I said, I got my own stuff to answer for. I'm not going to answer for yours. I just
No,
say that.
Yeah.
most definitely. Hopefully, you guys check them. And the last one, the third one, is you can subscribe to the channel. But that's a video. You should watch that video and
Okay,
then
let me
tell me
see.
what you think next time. You
Okay, let
hopefully
me.
brainwaves. We see you there. I'll be in the chat sometimes, but especially in the Lantern one. But I
Okay.
think you guys will have a great conversation.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for
Definitely
being
appreciate it.
interested in it.
And all the wisdom, sharing all the wisdom that you got. So like I'm a student of knowledge. Like Selena said, I really enjoy hearing about other people's cultures, their faith,
Me too.
how they operate. It really grows you as a person. You can learn a lot.
Right,
It's not like you have to become that person or those people, but it
right,
gives you a higher level of understanding and respect and empathy, just everything across the board. So it's something I encourage you all. Take a look at the links. Learn something. A lot of you may
right.
be going off of things that people say, and you don't even know if it's accurate. So you're
Don't
getting
even know.
from the source, and I mean, hey, check it out and see. This can't be any
Mhm.
harm in that. This is not like it's something bad or anything like that. Just learning about another lifestyle that many
Right.
people live.
Yep. Like I said, you should be solid on your own beliefs, but it's nothing wrong with learning about somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? But you need to be
And
firm on your own. But I appreciate you, Hassan. It was such a blessing that you came up here to share your knowledge with us. I hope it was nothing that I said that was offensive to you.
no,
I work really hard not to offend people, especially that have different belief systems than I do. I like to respect people's beliefs just like I want somebody to respect mine. So I hope all is well with that. But I definitely enjoyed both of you gentlemen on my platform. You helped me to get through the Selena's couch, because I was really tired. Like I said, I just finished doing the final exam, so I can breathe now. So I thank you so much. I'll probably be live tomorrow, God willing. So just keep a lookout. And also Brainwaves, Hassan, I don't think, do you have a channel?
yeah, I have a channel.
Okay, so if you could put it in the chat, and maybe Brainwaves, he's a mod, he can put it in the chat and we can sub up to you.
I
Okay.
appreciate it.
hmm
Thank you.
So we like to support over here. You know what I'm saying? It's a networking thing. So
Absolutely.
um, yeah, just feel free to put your link your channel in the chat, and then hopefully Brainwaves can find it and post it in the chat so we can sub up to you. And
Boom.
what is your content about before we leave?
Okay, so when I used to go live, I just review what's going on in the world, politics, what's going on in America. Sometimes, since I'm in that space, we talk relationship talks, not all the time, but for the most part, just review around the world. But if you go to my channel now, I've been share streaming from different channels. So the videos, the lives you're gonna see, they're not from my channel. So
Oh
whatever
yeah, I'm
crazy.
already subbed up to you. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but my original contact is by, like I said, politics and stuff. Because I used to go
Mhm.
live from January to June, then I deleted the videos, then I stopped streaming for a while, then I
Mhm.
came back. So yeah,
Okay. So this is Hassan. How do you pronounce your was this the last name?
Tahir.
Hassan Tahir. Tahir.
Yeah,
Okay, Hassan Tahir show. So guys, check him out. Like I said, we want to support you, show you some love. If you can, sub up to his channel for those who are still in the chat. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I am about to exit stage left. It's been a very long day, a very long week for me. So, guys, I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for coming up.
Thank you, and you have a good night and be safe, everybody.
You too, Hassan.
Hassan, you too, Selena.
Thank you, Brainwaves. I'll talk to you a little later.
Absolutely.
We'll get our next live together.
Yes, yes.
So are you going to live tomorrow?
I most likely will. I just need to see my schedule because I have some things going on in the morning as well as later on, kind of in the afternoon / evening. So I just need to see how I feel in between. If anything, it'd be more so Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
I'm more so free Saturday. Tomorrow, I have to kind of play it by ear.
All right. Well, I'm excited. I will be in the chat, show my brother some support. Y'all check out Brainwaves. Brainwaves, if you put your link in the chat, so people that will know. He always, every time I come over there, he always shouts out my channel. He always shares my my content with other people. So you guys make sure you sub up to Brainwaves as well. Excellent content creator. He talks about a lot of spiritual things, a lot of things that's going on in the world. He is not only intellectual, he's a visionary. He's all of that. Okay, so whatever you want to know, he's like a dictionary. Brainwaves knows. Just ask. So thank you so much, Brainwaves. You have a wonderful night, and thank you for your support.
Thank you. You're welcome. You too. Enjoy the rest of the wine that you have, the relaxation, celebration of passing with flying colors, as they say, and this amazing opportunity in your counts. Hassan really helped to set it off as well. I'm glad.
Shout out to Hassan.
Yes.
And hopefully I'll get his name right. Tahir. All right. Sorry, my little Texas twang came in there, Hassan. But y'all be blessed. Love you to Reese's Pieces. And I will talk to you guys later. Make sure you press the notification button so you'll know when I'm going to be going live next. And always press the like button. I truly appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. You guys have a blessed day. And I will see you guys later. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Selena.
It's a vibe, baby. Oak Cliff girl. Can't make you change my world. Damn, you're so fine, girl. Oak Cliff girl. Put them heels on and rule.
Welcome to Selena's Couch, where you are welcome to be free to be yourself. So you can lay your head on my couch, on my pillows.
It's all good, we can do whatever we wanna do now. I'm in my bag right now, and I got a feeling, babe, yeah. You're gonna be my number one lover. Spend the night making love to each other. With the lights on top of the covers. Just me and you, babe. And I feel like you're my
love you to Reese's Pieces.
Get you a word. Nana boo boo.